you. He takes what is broken and he puts it back together so beautifully. It's like a masterpiece. What God can do with our lives. It doesn't matter what we've been through. It doesn't matter how much trials and tribulations we have on this earth. God still wants to use each and every one according to their destiny. God has a plan and a purpose for, each and every lady that's watching this broadcast. And even we have men watch the broadcast. I mean, God can speak to them and touch them and raise them up. And I just love, I love your story. It's a wonderful story, but your story doesn't end there, but I do want to go to this question. I love what you wrote in your book, and I've been reading your book, and it's really good. I went through it quickly, and ladies, you need to get this book, and Wai-yee will share about this at the end of our broadcast. But I love what you wrote in the book, Kings on the Rise. You said, and I quote, "As I prospered spiritually, I began to flourish financially." What took place during this incredible time?
Yes. So what happened was, as I studied the word, I became appraised of some very key principles to prospering.
Okay.
Like sowing very strategically, consistently, understanding good ground principles, just to give a teaser. And I spoke with my husband at that time, who was doing very well as an attorney, as well as very good as a provider, that it was really important that we start applying some of these biblical principles.
Right.
And of course, to cut a long story short, we had a lot of disagreement as to what these principles are and how to apply, how to interpret, because faith level was not the same as where I was. But once we came into agreement, and we started applying these principles. And as we were also walking out our own personal healing journey, him and I, we were getting more and more united in our viewpoints. We're more and more united, and we have more and more agreement in understanding theology, biblical principles.
Okay.
And the more we work closely in agreement and unity, and we're able to apply those principles in the area of real estate, which was where we ventured into real estate. And the Lord just blessed us so much, blessed his career, blessed the real estate investments that we made. So a very small example was, I think I remember it was 2009 and 10. I learned about Genesis 12, where the Lord said, "I'll bless those that bless you and curse those that curse you." And this was also in reference with the Jewish nation. I remember that at that time, Daystar Television was going to broadcast into Israel, and they were asking for seed. I wanted to put $1,000 as a seed to go into that, because somehow I didn't understand fully, but I understand it was really significant for the gospel broadcast into Israel with this particular channel.
Right.
And for the gospel to go into the Israelite nation, into Israel, no longer Israelite nation, to Israel, was very significant. I wanted to sow into that. And I told my husband at that time, I said, let's put that $1,000 aside to put it in there. It's not about the money. He didn't really understand what is the point of sowing. We did have an argument about it, but we agreed that I was going to take money out of my own savings and put that seed into this particular cause. Yeah. And the moment I did that, his career just suddenly blossomed. He couldn't even explain it. Suddenly, the Jewish partners in New York that were influential and responsible for promoting young partners to the next level, they started turning attention to him.
Okay. Wow.
And suddenly he had a lot of favor, and he had their ears. And he couldn't even explain it, but he told me, so that's how I knew about it. So he saw the demonstration of the power of God's word and seed.